Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Frosty Takes, episode 37, brought to you by Underdog Fantasy Sports. Use promo code Underdog Fantasy Sports. That's not the promo code. This is why I shouldn't be doing these. But you know what? It's okay, boys. We're gonna roll with it. We're not stopping here. We're not redoing it.
We always try it again because you should get that promo code right.
No, well, I'm gonna start over right now for the promo code. Brought to you by Underdog Fantasy Sports. Promo code Frosty for a deposit match up to $100. Correct, Nick?
Yes, sir.
Correct. All right. I'm never doing another fucking opener after this. But shout out Underdog, where you can win, money to buy new Jordans, a nice new driver or golf club. We're getting into these summer months. I'm excited to come home this weekend, and then put some Underdog fantasy sports bets down here. Because I'm looking for a new 3-wood in the bag. I'm going to be honest with you. I'm looking to get rid of the 4-wood and bring a new 3-wood in. But boys, how we doing?
Oh, I mean, I'm not doing too bad. I've been pretty inactive altogether on the gambling front. I need to get back into Underdog so I can afford to take golf lessons after the just absolutely atrocious round I played on Saturday.
Let me tell you something, Brucey. It's about time that you brought up that you needed lessons, and it's okay.
I mean, I've been saying it for years. I just been too poor to get them.
I think everyone in our group could benefit from some kind of lessons.
Yeah, everybody needs lessons,
including myself.
For sure.
You know what? I would really like lesson in putting. And here's why.
Your whole game needs a lesson. Don't get it twisted.
No,
if it didn't, you'd be on the
really
tour.
Hit the irons well. I never get it cohesive in the same day though. But there's a day where
that's lessons get you to put it together consistently.
No, I think I'd rather do putting because I think I could learn a lot about how to read a green really properly. And as well as I never practiced the long putts, anything over 20 feet. I could definitely use some work from there. It's 3-putt central outside of 20 feet for me. So I think I would choose putting. But we're moving on. Okay. NHL Stanley Cup playoffs. Okay. We've got the Florida Panthers and the Vegas Golden Knights. I'm coming off a heater of a night, 2-0 last night. I was on Miami to cover and Vegas to win. Hit on both. And this game is not in Florida, right? This is going to be in Vegas, game 1, correct?
Yes.
Okay. I'm probably leaning Vegas at home to start it off, personally. But my prediction for who wins it all is that I think Florida gets it done in 6 or 7. I really do. Reason being is no matter who they play, they seem to always be in the game. They fucking grind, and I got a feeling that Bob's going to get hot in the fucking net. And a hot goalie in the playoffs can win it for you. So what I see happening, I see Bob getting hot, the boys staying in the game, and then winning and Bobrovsky winning the Conn Smythe. That's how I see this playing out. I don't know how you guys see it.
Bobrovsky winning the Conn Smythe, huh?
I truly think if he has another phenomenal series and Florida takes this series, he wins the Conn Smythe. Nick, you're just going to sit there and be quiet all day, or you're going to fucking talk? What are you thinking?
I like to wait for Bruce because I know he's not paying attention enough to step in and actually say something. I mean,
no. Stop there. I like this. Bruce, get off your fucking phone. We're recording a podcast.
Hold on. I was using my phone to check the information that I was just about to say.
Put that phone up in fucking -1 second right now. No.
If Dylan,
I was checking the standings. Dickhead.
If Dylan rewinds the video, my eyes are directly on Bruce. I always like looking at him to see how long he's gonna wait to speak. He's always like, I
was making sure I was factually correct, and I was. My thought process was right. The Vegas Golden Knights were the 1 seed in the West. Best team in the Western Conference.
Correct.
They have a very hot goalie.
Who came out of nowhere.
Their backup goalie.
He's one of 5 starters this year that have started in net for this team.
Yeah, but the guy they went to start.
Can you read me his stat
Most
line
of
when you're
these
done with
games-
what you're saying? So because
The-
maybe I didn't think he was as hot as he is, but I would love to hear the stat line from him. If you got one for just playoffs in general, how he's been so far in the playoffs.
I don't have one for playoffs, but he has been great. I was just saying he was the number 2 to start the playoffs. Laurent Brossoit got hurt. He came in. This kid's been on fire. I just think they have a very good, very scrappy team, and I just don't think the Panthers can put it away.
You talking about this Hill guy?
Yeah.
Yeah.
7-3 with a
Okay.
2.07 goals against and a 9.37 save percentage.
Okay, yeah, he's okay. So Hill's hot. That is
Hill's
very good numbers.
very hot. And
Dylan, can I get
think only
stats on
one of those starts
Bobrovsky
came
through the
before
playoffs?
Brossoit.
Bobrovsky's 11-2, 2.21 goals against, 9.35 save percentage.
Okay, so we got 2 guys who are both fucking, I mean, really putting on a show when it comes to being in net.
We're splitting the hairs here, but Hill had the better goals against mark and save percentage.
He's had 2 more games. Or 3.
No, less
had,
games.
No, I'm saying Bobrovsky's had 3 more games, which can play a role in it. And I don't like to nitpick that close. I think those are close enough where either way, these guys are both fucking on fire in net right now. And what I think the difference maker is, I think Matthew Tkachuk, man, this guy has just been so clutch, such a gamer. He's had like 3 goals that have been, game deciding goals.
He won. Was it all 4? He had the game-winning goal in all 4 games this series.
He's been absolutely special.
Yeah, don't get me wrong.
I just think in these tight games, right? If he's going to continue this path, which I don't see him getting off, that a guy like that is the difference maker. That's why I'm leaning. I love Vegas. I think they're a great team. They have a phenomenal forecheck. They put so much fucking pressure on the opposing team in their offensive zone. It's fun to watch because they can really trap them and they can really take advantage of time and possession in their offensive zone. But Florida's fucking scrappy too. Florida's very scrappy.
Florida's been strong on the forecheck too. That's been there.
They got like 2 clashes of the Titans here in what they try to do, in my opinion. They're grinders. They get after it. They get in deep and they try to fucking get to the puck. And I see big players coming out and making the moves. Give me Bob and give me Tkachuk.
I think Vegas has the best defensive pairings that Florida's played since Boston.
Yeah. Florida beat Boston though.
They fucking smoked Boston.
Yeah. That's big. Nick, do you have anything to bring into this?
Yeah, I think it's honestly a toss-up, and I think this is why the Blackhawks got the number 1 pick, because the NHL is fucked ratings-wise. With this, we're gonna watch because we're hockey fans, and I'll enjoy the fuck
100%.
out of it. And I think it's good teams. Vegas
has a lot of fans. They do well.
That's not gonna save the final.
I get what you're saying, Bruce, but what we're saying, I think, is on a national stage.
Yeah.
Viewership will be down.
Well, I'm just saying, I think Florida or Vegas kind of brings viewership up a little bit. If it was like Dallas, I don't think Dallas brings as much heat.
Dallas brings more heat than Vegas.
I think.
Yeah,
Dallas. You got to think population, right? You got to think population. You got to think how long they've been around the league. Vegas is still very young, and do they have a group of rowdy fans that'll get after it? Absolutely, and they pack stadiums. But I don't think they have the length that a Dallas does. But I mean, the Blackhawks, if they're in it, those are always going to be high numbers because this is a hockey town that the town will get behind them and watch. I don't think Vegas has that same pool. I don't think Dallas does either, but they have a bigger span of fans at the moment for sure.
Yeah, I think it's a toss-up. I could see it going 7. I don't see like
I would love this to go 7, dude. That would be awesome.
I don't see this going like 4 or 5. I think it's a 7 game series. I'll take Vegas because of the home ice, but wouldn't shock me if all the things you guys said came true. I think it's been a really good Stanley Cup playoffs because I think it's gonna be awesome whoever wins the cup too. I can't wait to watch it because it's a franchise who's never won it before.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that is good for the NHL. And like you see the sports, like what we just had with Miami and Boston, like 2 teams in the NBA that have been there a lot. The Nuggets, at least, if they win, they've never won it before. So like I think that's a good thing for sports, right? I think it's the whole point of why they do the playoffs the way they do, and have the 1 through 8 seeds. Like that's the point. But
that's what makes the NHL so special too, is you never know who's going to win a series. You really don't. And that's what makes playoff hockey, even when the Hawks not in it, so enjoyable for me, because every game I have no clue what's going to happen. NBA, right? Those first rounds they can be tough to watch a little bit because.
To be fair to the NBA right now, the Heat were the 8th seed. Like they had to win a play.
That's true.
Yeah.
This playoffs has been different, but I felt like in the past 5 or 6 years, you kind of knew who was coming out of it, even to the final, right? When it was fucking Golden State and Cleveland, you kind of saw that and knew that was coming.
Yeah.
There's not that predictability ever in hockey. You can maybe like.
I think the East the last few years and the East going forwards, there's going to be a lot of parity. Because you had Butler make a finals in the bubble, then Giannis won it the year after, and then Boston got there, and then Philly's like a coach and a role player away from being really good. So I think there's like 3 or 4 good teams in the East that could just like rotate there. In the West, not so much, but I don't know.
Speaking of basketball, we'll get into that. Bruce, real quick, who do you got? Vegas, Florida. Who you taking in this?
I'm going to take Vegas in 7.
Okay, Vegas in 7. I got Florida in 7. Nick's got Vegas in
6.
1. Vegas in 6, okay. Dylan, Vegas or Florida?
I will be taking
Nice.
Vegas Golden Knights. Okay.
Once
again, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me finish that. The Florida Panthers in 7.
Let's go.
Florida in 7. Okay.
Florida in 7.
Why do you have 2? Should I even ask?
I went to Vegas and then I went to Florida. This is back when I used to collect them. I don't have all of them.
Got it.
My brother. What does my brother do? He does like little, like pennants or something from like different stadiums. Yeah. Sorry, I was thinking out loud there. All right, we got myself and Dylan, both with Florida in 7. Bruce, Vegas in 7. Nick, Vegas in 6. We got a good old 2v2 here. We'll have to see who Blake next week. We'll have to ask Blake who he thinks he's got. But moving on. We're moving on to the NBA Finals. We got Denver and we got the Heat. Boys, I brought a lot of value to team knowledge in the NHL. I don't have very much here. All I'm going to say is I will be right in the Heat every game because I want to see Jimmy Butler win one. That's my take on it.
Okay.
It's fair. I can respect it.
I really do. He's got that fucking kind of Kobe mentality. He's fun to watch. That little what game was it where him and Grant Williams?
That was game 2.
That wasn't game 2.
It was game 2. It was game 2 in Boston, dude. I watched it in
Boston. Yeah, it was game 2. Nick, that was one of the. I haven't watched a lot of the NBA playoffs. I can't get into it. It's just not really my thing.
The NBA playoffs have been really good this year.
I would say this is the best.
I feel like I missed out. In a while. I do. I kind of feel like I missed out. I've seen a bunch of like stuff coming up on Twitter. Like I've been keeping up on that, but I haven't sat down and watched any of the games really, except for that one. And that was in a fucking tanning, dude.
Great.
Yeah.
Me and Nick were just absolutely zoned in on the game because of what was going on between Jimmy G and Grant Williams. And when Jimmy G had that fucking look on his face, where he's like, who the fuck is this guy I think he's talking? And then he donned him. Next 5 possessions. That was awesome. I'm riding Jimmy G. I'm riding the Heat. I want to see him get it done.
I love Jimmy Butler, and he's a gamer. And Caleb Martin is like one of the hottest shooters in the NBA right now.
Great time to get hot.
Gabe Vincent out of nowhere is an outstanding player. Duncan Robinson looks like he remembered how to play basketball. I just don't think they have enough. Bam Adebayo, as good as he is, and don't get me wrong, he's an elite center in the NBA right now. He's not hanging with Nikola Jokic. He's just not. There's a reason that guy had won back-to-back MVPs going into the season. He is one of the best basketball players I've ever seen with my own eyes, and that's kind of saying a lot since I got to watch guys like Melo and Kobe and Bron and healthy D Rose, and Jokic is so much better than a lot of those guys. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's
Did you just say
it's
Jokic
insane.
was better than Kobe?
Yeah, he is. In terms of just skill,
he's not going to have the career longevity, I don't think, and he definitely doesn't have the freakish athleticism that Kobe does, but he's 7 feet tall. He's a more accurate shooter. That's one thing Kobe never really got dinged on, is he took more shots than anybody. His career shooting percentage is like mid 30s, I want to say, just because for a long time he was the only one taking shots and he had to force it, so I don't blame him, but he missed a lot of shots. Nikola Jokic is one of the most efficient players in NBA history.
yeah, he's good. I love Jimmy, and I think people like Ryan Earl, who are stupid and doubted him and like said like the Bulls shouldn't have kept him and that trade was fine, are stupid, because he just brings something that a lot of players don't have. And even though he was
dog
bad,
mentality.
He was bad in Game 6, and he was pretty good last night. But he just makes people around him better and puts confidence in players. Like, you listen to his quotes after the game, and they're really good and always positive. And, you know, they didn't waver. I'll tell you what, that game Saturday night, maybe the best game I've seen out of the NHL or NBA playoffs the last 2 years. The way that came down to the he coming back, Jimmy putting him up with the free throw, and then Marcus Smart basically going in and out, and Derek White putting it in at the buzzer was one of the craziest things I've ever seen in a playoff game.
Yeah, it was ridiculous. I still, the Heat, that's such a bad look on the Heat.
Yeah.
Though, because they just like Derek White inbounded on that play.
Right.
From out of bounds. He inbounded, and then somehow with 0.2 seconds left, he's kissing the ball off the rim for a buzzer beater.
Nuts.
Like, there's no reason as a defense that guy should be within 4 feet of the hoop.
Yeah, it was all around bad, but again, give credit, Pat Riley, dude. If you guys haven't watched Winning Time on HBO Max, that guy's fucking the Don and Godfather of basketball. Like, he just builds winners. He's so good.
He does, and he's been in something like 24% of all NBA finals, but you can't go based on what you've seen on Winning Time. I was told that was
I'm not even going based off that.
Accentuated.
Yeah,
like
I'm not
everybody's personalities.
I'm not even going based off that. If you just look at the numbers and what he's done in basketball, it's nuts. Alex, I agree with you. I think, unfortunately, I had a future on the Heat to win the East and win the NBA Finals. Unfortunately, I think it's like Nuggets in 5 or 4. They're rested. Bam, here's the problem in this series. Bam is soft as fuck. Like, last night, he was getting bodied by a guard, Derek White and Marcus Smart, and he was getting frustrated. He started taking fadeaway jumpers. Then you watch him go down the court. He's just like throwing his hands around. And Robert Williams, if that dude like was consistent at all, the Celtics would have ran away with that game and just dominated the paint.
If that guy could play any kind of offense other than like finishing an alley-oop because he's crazy athletic, he would be unstoppable. But
right.
He can't do anything from outside like 3 feet from the basket.
No, and I don't know how I would assume the Heat are going to have to double Jokic, and then that's going to leave Murray one-on-one.
I was going to say that never works.
No.
That never works with the Nuggets because you're leaving Jamal Murray or Michael Porter Jr. or KCP or Aaron Gordon wide open somewhere.
I think
And all of those guys knock down shots at a high rate.
I think Jokic early in games 1 and 2 is just going to fuck Bam up that they're going to have to double, and Murray's going to have a great series. I think I might bet on him as he's not a dark horse, but I could see him winning Finals MVP just because he might put up 40 every game.
Well, did you listen to Pardon My Take today?
No, I haven't had time yet.
So, God, I guess something stuck in my throat. Denver's coach was on, and he said first play of the game, pretty much every game, he likes to go to Joker at like the free throw line and get him the ball and just see. God damn it, guys. He likes to get Jokic the ball at the free throw line and just see what the other team is going to do in that situation, because he knows Jokic can drive from there, he can knock down a jumper from there, and he can outlet to an open player from there if he gets doubled. And I think they're just going to run that Jokic to the mid to low post and just see what Miami does about it, because I don't know really what you can do about it.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's a 2% part of me in this series is like, okay, Jimmy's just gonna will this to 6. I don't see it going 7, but I don't know, man. I just think the Nuggets are too good. They can't stop Jokic. Like if the Heat had a good big, I'd be like, okay, he can play a little. Even a guy who can score.
Another big. They don't.
Yeah.
Like, who's their backup center?
Cody Zeller.
Yeah, exactly. That guy's
Udonis Haslem.
No, I mean you could.
Udonis Haslem hasn't played meaningful minutes in like 8 years.
You could bring him in just to be a thug and like knock Jokic out, but I don't think that's good look for the league.
I don't think Miami cares about what's a good look for the league. They're talking.
I don't know.
What's a good look for them winning.
Spoelstra's gonna have something up his sleeve if.
Spoelstra might be the best coach in the NBA, despite never having won Coach of the Year, which is disturbing.
Crazy. Yeah, I saw.
It's LeBron's fault that he's never won Coach of the Year. Everybody hates him because of Bron, but the way he's just consistently bringing guys, just teams to the playoffs and making deep runs. It doesn't matter who's on the team; they are always consistently in it.
Yeah,
that's all Spo.
I saw a stat too that in 2008 they won like 12 games, and then he took over the next year and they won 43. It's the single greatest turnaround from one season to the next, like win improvement in NBA history. The guy's literally been to 6 finals now in 15 years. Granted, they had LeBron, Wade, and Bosh, but still you had to deal with a prima donna who tried to get him fired. LeBron walked into Pat Riley's office like, get rid of this guy, and he's like, you don't tell me what to do or control anything. He's not going anywhere. And stayed. They won 2 titles back to back. But yeah, it's insane. I mean, it sucks because they keep saying Jimmy's 33, he's getting older. Like this might be his last shot with how the East is improving to get a finals championship. I don't think he's going to be back to the finals.
Not with the Heat. I don't know how much longer Jimmy Butler stays with the Heat either, though, because at some point, like this team is gonna fall apart. Like structurally, they're not built well. They're playing out of their mind, but on paper, this is not like a good like a championship roster. Let's be honest.
No,
and I think Jimmy Butler is dragging this team everywhere it goes, and he's going to go somewhere where he doesn't have to do that.
Yeah. Okay, that's fair.
When Jimmy Butler's like the second or third scoring option on a true championship contender team, he'll be going to the finals until he's 40. Like that guy's just got such a competitive drive. He's got like a Tom Brady like mindset, but he plays basketball instead.
Yeah, I think that's the best compliment you've ever given Tom Brady.
You can't argue. Tom Brady just worked his ass like he was an undrafted fucker, damn Mr. Irrelevant, damn near undrafted, and he won more Super Bowls than anybody else. You can't deny his work ethic.
Yeah, that's a good point. Let's go around with picks for the finals. I'll take the Nuggets in 5, even though I have the Heat future.
I think I'm gonna go Denver in 6. I think Jimmy Butler's just got that much of a dog in him that he can steal one on the road and make sure he wins one at home for the home team, home
Fair.
fans.
Give me Miami in 7.
Be nuts. I don't know if
Yeah,
Miami.
I mean, he said he was
Jimmy
gonna ride
G.
with Jimmy, so
I feel like people don't
I'm
talk
riding
about
with
that.
Jimmy.
The altitude too. Like Tampa struggled last year in the Stanley Cup final with it when they played in Colorado. Like Miami's going to struggle with the altitude at least in games 1 and 2.
we haven't talked about the altitude. A lot of people talk about the altitude because it's a problem for anything you do in Denver, except for play baseball. It's really like stamina is not an issue in baseball usually, unless you're a pitcher.
Yeah. Looks like everyone has Denver besides Nyloff. We'll get Blake's pick next week, which is kind of bullshit, but whatever. Let's talk Bulls too as we transition to another team that it looks like they're going to run it back. They're open contract extension talks with Nikola Vucevic, and I think the front office might be like, man, we were up in that play-in game against Miami. This could be us in the finals.
Well, I mean, we've talked about Vooch before. They really don't have a choice because who else are you going to get?
I don't
But
know.
at the same time, Vooch is not like. Hopefully, they're trying to work a sign and trade to get somebody else.
Yeah.
But yeah, most likely Vooch is going to be the starting center for the Bulls next year. And it's going to be Levine and DeRozan and Patrick Williams because he's still young and cheap and under contract. And Kobe White will probably be there. Io. Everybody but Lonzo because they've already said he's done for the year. They said that in fucking February or whatever. Like he's not playing basketball next year, so his career is probably over, according to inside sources that said the Bulls were trying to keep that quiet and then tweeted it. But yeah, I mean that they have no plans. This team is going to run into expiring contracts, and that's how the rebuild's going to start when everybody's just gone because they kept re-signing them. And eventually guys just said no. Because like DeMar DeRozan, when this contract's up, he's not staying. Fucking Zach LaVine walked out.
I would find a way to get Jaylen Brown. I don't know if DeRozan gets that done, but I'd find a way to get Jaylen Brown.
The Celtics are going to pay him a shitload of money, like Max. He's going to get a max contract. That's the only way he signs a contract with Boston, and they can't let him walk for nothing. So they're going to give him a max deal and then either try to trade him from there or hope they can keep him and Tatum together in some form. But
yeah, I don't know. I think Boston fans are really quick to turn on him. It's crazy. Tatum's 25.
Boston fans have never liked Jaylen Brown, and I don't know why. He was the third pick in the draft the year before they took Jason Tatum third in the draft. I don't know why Boston has never liked that guy, but especially if you talk to I listen to a lot of Coley Mick. He's been saying it for years.
I don't
Boston
get why.
Just hates that guy.
He plays really good defense. I get he had
he's
a bad
solid shooter. He's very athletic.
He's 20. So him and Tatum's 25, Brown's 26, and they've been to 5 Eastern Conference Finals and an NBA Finals already. Yeah. And they're just entering both of their primes. Well, Brown's in it, but Tatum's just entering his prime. You're good.
Brown's been in the league for 7 years.
Yeah.
It's nuts. He's 26. He's been in the league for 7 years. That's insane.
Yeah, that's nuts. I get the frustration on Boston's end of it, but move Horford, maybe Smart if you have to, and
I would move Horford. Horford's got to go. He's old now, and it showed in the playoffs. Towards the end, he had nothing left. Marcus Smart is just not very good. I've been saying that the whole time that guy's been in the league. He won a Defensive Player of the Year. I don't understand how that happened either.
Yeah, it was last year. I don't know how it happened.
Yeah, and they never give that to guards, and all of a sudden Marcus Smart, he wasn't even the best defender on that team. Like Rob Williams was until his knee blew out.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Boston fans are a weird bunch of people because I would die to have Tatum and Brown know for the next 10, 15 years we're okay after going to 5 Eastern Conference Finals already.
The only problem with that is you got to pay them both. Like they're both going to get $200+ million.
Yeah,
And
I mean, I'd pay Brown.
you can't
that.
really afford to build a ton around that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I
Yeah.
guess with the NBA, it's a soft cap, so you can pay the luxury tax and just spend more. But like, there is a hard cap somewhere.
Yeah. We'll move on. Bulls are fucked. Another Jerry team that's fucked are the White Sox. Continue to fucking in a tailspin. The only thing I want to say about them is that shout out Liam Hendricks. The fact that it's May and he had stage 4 cancer and was pitching with it for half of 21, all of 22, and this man still was out there pumping 97 last night in his first game back is literally fucking insane.
Yeah, I love that guy. He's just an absolute warrior by every definition of the word. That guy just battles, and it's great to have him back because he brings an energy to this team that has just really largely been missing.
Yeah, and we'll see. Rick Hahn was talking about they need another month to see if they're going to be making moves. They're going to be making moves and selling pieces
They
very soon.
need to sell. They need to sell.
Yeah, just sell. There's no point, even though we're going to be 6 back after tonight's win. Cubs, David Ross is really fucking things up over there. Like, really bad. I know Nyloff hasn't been paying attention, but I actually keep up with what's going on with that team, and he does not know how to manage the bullpen. Not there's much of a bullpen to manage, but that guy needs to fucking get fired ASAP.
We just talked about this.
When did we talk about it?
In the group chat.
That's
okay. That doesn't fucking help the people listening to the podcast, jackass.
He's like the.
So you're gonna talk about it again. Speak, Cubs fan.
He doesn't know shit. He doesn't even know who's playing first base right now. He thinks Eric Hosmer's still on the team.
Eric Hosmer got cut.
Oh shit.
It's
Who's
Hosmer.
Who's playing first?
This fucking guy.
Hosmer,
We're talking about your baseball team. You're sitting here fucking munching on nuts.
Nyloff, who's playing first for the Cubs right now?
Yeah, at least I don't have a dick stuck in my throat. Go fuck yourself. Matt Mervis.
Is he?
Can you spell that?
Mervis. They brought him up from Iowa, from down yonder of me.
Did they win yesterday?
No, they lost.
They won. Marcus Stroman complete game shutout against the best team in baseball. That's all we need to know about Josh being a Cubs fan. I never want to hear a word out of him. So we'll refer to.
I was busy yesterday. I wasn't looking at the updates.
We'll refer, dude. It's not hard to log on. You're out there tweeting some bullshit about some random.
I get updates.
Clearly not, Dylan. What do you think on the Cubs right now?
Okay.
Good for him.
That actually makes yourself look worse.
Yeah.
I just really get it from the MLB app is disgusting.
Disgusting.
I mean, I'm not surprised.
No, we're not surprised.
So it was like I was more surprised they got off to a decent start than anything. This is what I expected. So,
do you think they should sell like Stroman and
no, because then you'll be in a constant rebuild the whole time. But what would be the point of signing Dansby Swanson to a big deal if you were just gonna sell everybody off at the deadline? I think this is like the actual.
I don't think everyone.
This will be the first year of the actual This is the first year of the actual rebuild.
True starting the starting forward progress of the rebuild. I completely agree with Dylan.
Yeah. But
we're fine over here. This was the expectation. This was the expectation on the north side. We are taking anything above this with just pure joy and happiness and enjoying it.
Neither one of us are fine. We're the third and fourth worst teams in baseball.
Yeah, okay, but you guys fucking really suck. Because you guys are not supposed to suck, and you do.
Yeah, okay, who said they weren't supposed to suck, though? Because it wasn't fucking me.
Nick and Ryan.
Rick and Ryan said they were going to suck.
Nick.
I thought they'd bounce back.
Either way, there was higher expectations for the last
Yeah.
5 years.
There was.
So
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
the fact that they can't figure it out yet and get past the wild card. Did they?
Wild card. Yeah, they were in the division
against the A's?
series. They were in the division series in 21. They lost the wild card the year before.
Who do they play in 21?
Yeah, sure.
The Astros.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, you guys are just fucking like that. That's you've done nothing. Nothing
Literally.
in 5 years with this team. That's got to feel just absolutely horrific.
Doesn't feel good.
Yeah, it's definitely not great. It's not a fun time.
Yeah. That's supposed to be a fun time.
I was going to say, this was supposed to be a good time to be a White Sox fan.
And it's not, which makes it more gut-wrenching. It makes it more gut-wrenching, doesn't it? It really hurts that you should have a team that should be able to get there, and it can't.
I don't know about get there, but at least get to the playoffs, yeah.
Get there, that's what I'm talking about, is get to the playoffs.
Yeah.
Consistently.
For sure.
Be a fun team to watch. Last year, I almost felt bad for you guys. That was fucking horrible to watch.
Still is.
It's going all
worse this year.
And it's going all over again. Steady decline.
At least Dylan Cease looked like a Cy Young contender last year.
I don't think I'd keep anyone on the pitching staff. I'm being real honest. I'd move Kopech back to the bullpen. Everyone throws too many pitches.
Yeah,
just
I would.
Giolito can go pitch spot.
You probably cut Lance after this season. Giolito, try to trade him and see what you can get. You'll probably be able to get something from somebody for Dylan Cease. I would trade Tim Anderson. I would trade Yohan Moncada. I would trade.
What if he's
Moncada?
I would try to trade Eloy.
Moncada's is owed $24 million last year. It's the last year of his deal. So either way, if we don't trade him, that is the last year Yohan Moncada will be on the White Sox next year.
Yeah.
Because he's a fucking bum, and TA, hope you're listening, you're a fucking bum. And that hurts to say. And stop sleeping with everything that has a skirt.
You bought one on Amazon, didn't you?
Maybe.
Nick went out and got a skirt after he got his pipe, he was unsatisfied. So he's telling everybody else.
Yeah, something like that. Guy can't fucking hit or play defense.
What if Cease is pitching bad to get out of Chicago?
Good. Get him out of here. Sucks.
Well, why I don't know why he would tank his trade stock like that.
He's a Scott Boras client anyway. We're not signing him. Get the fuck out of here. It's fucking
Scott Boras guy?
Yep.
Since when?
Always.
Really?
Yeah, he can get fucked. I'll trade him to the Orioles for. Actually, I trade TA to the Dodgers for one. They have this is how good the Dodgers are. Fellow players. They have 2 great catchers on the major league roster. Then they have 3 of the top 100 minor league catchers. So I'd trade the TA to the Dodgers, who are desperate for a shortstop, for one of those dudes. We need a catcher. Yaz, sorry, love you. You suck. One of the worst defensive catchers that I have to watch every night. It's fucking god awful. And he has no power left.
Friend of the pod.
Got more
Here's
home
Monty
runs than
Grandel.
Tim Anderson.
Yeah, that's a problem. What the fuck is this excuse? It's bullshit. Vaughn, I can't really say much because he's 5th in the American League in RBIs, but he needs to hit for more power. Moncada is just a lazy piece of shit fuck. Eloy can't stay healthy. That's all. I mean, when he's healthy, he hits. Robert, too streaky, but you keep him because he's like 24, 25. Who knows? Klaus will be the right fielder eventually. Benattendi's fine, just doesn't hit for power, but at least he's a grinder and
we knew he wasn't going to hit for power. He needs to get his average up a little bit, because if he's not going to hit 20 home runs anymore, I need him to hit 300 plus. But
Sebi Savala can suck a dick. Gavin Sheets, okay, he's been fine. Berger, best player on the team in my mind.
Yeah, Berger should be our everyday third baseman.
Yeah, I'd rather see him boot balls at third and hit home runs than watch Moncada jerk himself off. And if I see one more fucking post on Instagram, post-loss of Moncada being like, keep the vibes good or some weird shit, I'll fucking lose it.
I don't like Moncada's yellow cleats.
I don't like his yellow,
It doesn't
his
make
pink,
sense.
his green. I don't like anything about him. I don't like when he comes up to bat, his song that he sang plays.
Really?
So,
It's interesting.
That's
John
fucked.
Cena did his own song.
It's professional wrestling, not baseball.
Yohan Moncada is a mediocre baseball player. Focus on fucking hitting. This team, like, literally, I can talk shit about everyone on the team besides Liam. And the two bullpen guys, their names escape me, but...
Graveman?
No. Kelly and Graveman can get fucked. That's exactly...
Joe Kelly's been outstanding.
No, not really, because he gave up the lead Saturday and gave up the lead and blew the save Sunday. So, not that great.
Before that, he hadn't given up a run in like 14 innings.
What have you done for me lately? Trash. Get him the fuck out of here. He's been a disappointment. Graveman has been fine, actually, but I'd trade the fuck out of him. But the point is, the two best bullpen guys are guys you got on cheap minor league deals.
Is that
$100.
Keenan Middleton?
And the other dude, yeah, Middleton and Cordero?
No.
I don't know, but they struck out. Both of them struck out Trout and Ohtani last night and looked fantastic. They've looked fantastic all year. Don't pay for the bullpen. Bruce, you were right about Ronaldo Lopez. That guy fucking stinks and get DFA'd tomorrow. Fuck this entire team. I hope Jerry fucking chokes on an egg roll.
Jesus Christ. Where did you get the egg roll from?
I don't know.
What I was wondering.
It's the first food item that popped in my head. That's choking.
How many games out are they?
6 if they win tonight because Minnesota's losing. And that's the thing. It's going to be this.
Currently
They're 7 out, 12 games under. That's the stupidest thing I've ever seen. I wish we were in the AL East because we'd be 20 games back and there'd be no like little glimmer of hope because this is what's going to happen. They may wheel and deal off a few series wins. Then Minnesota will shit the bed and they'll be like 4 back. And then Rick will be like, oh, no, we don't need to trade anyone. Let's just keep the team the same and maybe make a small move and bring in some idiot. And then it'll all fall apart in August and it'll just be a disaster. And then we can't trade anyone or get anyone for Giolito or Graveman or Kelly or all these fucking guys whose contracts are up. So it's hell. It's like a fucking circle of hell. And I hate it. I don't want to be here anymore, but there's nothing else I can do. It's depressing.
Clip that. You gotta clip that. But
so every night, I got.
He said that so sad too, didn't he? Though he just it was the emotion. That was a scene for me. I just watched the fucking scene.
My emotions are gone. I don't like. I was just watching last night, and I'm just watching them lose. I'm like, yeah. So I don't even get mad anymore. I wish I could get mad. I just don't have it in me.
You were just too emotional about what this team could be before the season. I don't know why you ever let your hopes get up high. I tried to tell you they did not change the roster outside of bringing Benintendi in, and you were like, "Oh, this division sucks. We're gonna run away with it. These guys all suck." And now all our guys suck in your eyes.
Bring back LaRussa.
Same guys that were on the team 6 months ago when you were saying this team was gonna win the division. Now they all suck. I told you they sucked 2 years ago.
Nick is a fucking homer. He might be the biggest homer in the group, and it's for his size. Team,
and it's fucking.
He might be the biggest homer.
Shit for the Bears.
I just have nothing to say. My soul's gone. They've taken it.
They didn't even take it. You gave it to them. You fucking put it on a silver
platter.
On a
fucking platter.
Just take it. I believe in everything you do.
White Sox are my daddy.
and they're an abusive.
And they've been just spanking you and fucking you all season long.
They sucker punch me every other night. I get home from work. I'm like,
it's
oh,
not
let
a
me
sucker punch anymore. You know it's coming. and
let
you
me
still
let me
make-
get up like tonight. It's
You
in
are
my
getting
routine.
fucking handcuffed with blindfolds on, hot wax dripping on your back, fucked in the ass. That's what you're
It's a routine. I want to get home, watch the game, have a nice cigar, or drink a nice bottle of wine on a nice summer night. Then it's like TA's up with the bases loaded, nobody out, triple play, and just shit like
But
that.
then I'll see a game like this where Romeo Gonzalez just hit a solo home run to make it 7-3 in the sixth. And tomorrow he'll be like, White Sox only 6 games back, guys. We're still in it.
I just want to kill myself.
Cut it.
Hey, has anyone seen Curb Your Enthusiasm?
You just gotta bleep that, Dylan. That's
Hey,
gotta
has
be
anyone
taken care of.
has anyone seen Curb Your Enthusiasm? So Larry David, the main character of the show, Larry David, has a friend who like they play golf with, and then like a few days later he commits suicide, and the wife's like he was always complaining about the Jets, and then they got this Darnold, and he was a bust, and then he just killed himself, and then Larry David's like, oh my god, the Jets made him kill himself, the goddamn Jets. The White Sox are gonna make me do that.
Yeah, you gotta cut this whole thing out.
That's too much work, though.
Get it on
Don't
record.
cut it.
Jerry Reinsdorf sell the team or Nick Petro's gonna kill himself.
Jesus fucking Christ, guys.
Let's see if
It's
we
not
can
okay.
blackmail him. Clip that part. Let's see if
I
we
do
can't
not
blackmail
condone
Jerry
I
any of
was
this.
at a few weeks ago I was at Cork and Kerry. Jerry was in the bathroom and he grabbed my wiener.
This you can leave in.
Why'd you let him?
I didn't. It was forced.
So he could tell this story.
Nick
on
put it in
pod
his
and get
fucking
Jerry
hand when he
fired.
was going to reach down for his own. That's what really happened.
Yeah, really, Nick Deshaun Watson and Jerry Reinsdorf.
I'm like, take the bait, Jerry. You want to touch me?
You're gonna touch me, and you're gonna like it.
Nylon.
Christ.
Let's move on from this and go to your surprise segment.
Folks, I want you, and I don't know what made me think of this, but I thought of this right as we were, right as we were starting the show. It just kind of hit me. It's not really sport related. How do we feel about that?
I don't care. Yeah, I like it.
All right.
It's the middle of summer. There's going to be nothing to talk about in 2 weeks.
And this is why. All right, give me your top 3 favorite summer alcoholic beverages. Top 3 favorite summertime.
Specific.
Very specific, yeah. Very specific. Top 3 all-time summer alcoholic drinks.
Top 3.
Would you like me to go first?
I will go first. I would like to
Okay.
go first.
Give it to Nick. Give it to Nick.
We're gonna give you the round. 3, or are we gonna do one at a time?
No.
One
You
at a
go
time.
All 3. Oh no.
No. I need one at a time.
No. I want all 3. I will wait or go first. But we're doing
Go
all
first. Go first, though.
3. At number 3, give me a frozen strawberry margarita.
Ooh, yeah, that's good. That's good.
Okay.
Salt or no salt?
Sugar.
Oh no, you gotta have salt. You're a freak.
Well, it's frozen. That's why I like the sugar.
You're a freak.
Number 2. Give me a frozen strawberry daiquiri.
It's getting really fruity, bro.
Strawberries in your backyard or something?
This is a very fucking fruity list.
This guy's room smells like strawberries, probably. He's got a strawberry candle lit.
Number 1, give me a strawberry seltzer.
Strawberries, though.
Give me a strawberry high noon.
Fuck.
That's what that is.
Oh my god.
I literally have one of those in my fridge right now.
No, I got a different number 1, but yeah, give me strawberry frozen daiquiri. These are just two drinks that in the summertime
are frozen and full of strawberries.
Frozen, flavorful.
Strawberry.
And
flavorful.
I'm just imagine being 92 degrees. You're at the beach, sun is blaring hot, and you have a strawberry daiquiri.
I mean, I can think of one thing better, and it'll be on my list.
And then number one, hoping for a sponsorship one day from these people. Big fans, brought to you all the way from Finland. Give me the long drink at number one.
Okay, you're done. Stop talking.
That was maybe the worst list.
So anticlimactic too.
From a straight guy I've ever heard.
No, dude, I'm telling you right now. Long drink is a phenomenal fucking beverage. The citrus, especially in the summertime, is accentuated. It's unbelievable. Go to every time. I absolutely adore it. Give me a long drink at number one.
That was really weird. Who's next?
That's a weird list.
You wanted to go first.
Nick, now you're up, Nick.
Easy one. I'm on the golf course. I have time to stop at the bar before a foam cup, the small ice cubes filled to the top, transfusion. Nothing better.
Transfusion is a good play.
Nothing better.
Transfusion is a good play.
2, if I'm drinking beer, Corona with lime. That's just, I've always drank.
That's another great summer play. It almost made my list.
Yeah, and as Dom Toretto, said, we're all family and drink Corona, whatever. I don't know.
He
if
also said you can have anything you want as long as it's a Corona.
Yes, he did say that. 3, I'm gonna go with an Arnold Palmer, also on the golf course. Fresh, not the canned shit, the one that's freshly made at the bar by the bartender. Those are my 3. Easy list.
I don't think you're that far ahead of me.
It's a much better list than yours, pal.
Bro, if I wanted to get weird, I would have been like Frosé.
Nice.
A Baja Blast with alcohol in it. My high school drink. Baja Blast and throw vodka in it. It's actually fire.
Now you got to do tequila.
Oh, yeah.
So,
I don't know if I've ever done
So my number 3, I'm just gonna go with a standard margarita. I don't need any fucking flashy shit. Just give me the classic lime, and you can never go wrong.
Salt or no
2,
salt? Salt.
I'm a no salt guy.
Okay.
I like my shit.
I respect that more than sugar and strawberries.
Watermelon sugar. Hi.
Number 2, I'm gonna get real specific because we said specific. Give me a hurricane from bourbon.
Oh yeah. Oh dude, I totally didn't think about that.
It's gut rot in a cup. There's more sugar than that than in the fucking a true thing of Kool-Aid. But you drink about 4 of them and you don't remember where you left your car keys in the morning.
Dude, those things are just straight gas.
And then number 1, you said summer, but I drink them year fucking round. It's my go-to. It's the Jack and it's the Coke, baby. You gotta do it. Jack and Coke all day, all year. Doesn't matter. Winter, spring, summer, fall. We're drinking Jack Daniels.
I kind of feel bad leaving Jack and Coke off the number 1 list. The number 1 spot.
Because you're a fraud.
Strawberry daiquiri made that list over Jack and Coke.
I've never seen you.
Crazy.
I've literally never seen you drink a strawberry daiquiri, which is the funny part.
Neither have I. That's a crazy statement.
Remove the strawberry daiquiri.
No, you can't change your list. You can't change your list. You can't.
No.
You're committed to that list.
Dude, he's trying to flip-flop his list.
Your segment, your list.
He knows
you
it was a
can't
bad
flip-flop it.
list.
Dude, that was fucked. That was like if I brought like a fucking 21-year-old who just turned 21 on. Like that would be her list.
You know what? Let me tell you something. I'm sticking by my list. I'm proud of it. It is me. Okay, it may not be.
It's not. It's decidedly not you though.
It's some white girl.
Okay,
If we're
in the
doing,
city.
If we're doing top
No,
drinks,
no.
Jack and Coke and Vegas bombs would be on there for you. You degenerate bastard.
Yeah.
You know,
He can't even argue.
You know,
This guy's a problem.
But instead,
Folks,
you throw
folks.
strawberry daiquiris. What the fuck is that?
Folks, as always,
Dylan, wait, we gotta
appreciate you
know.
listening.
We gotta hear
Dylan's list.
list.
You are 100% right. My apologies, Dylan. Dylan, hit us with your list.
Trying to short the guy.
So I just tried this at a taste test, so it's a good summer drink. Number 3 would be Crown Royal lemonade, whiskey lemonade.
Oh, the whole crowd got behind that one.
Yeah.
This guy's been
What,
doing
you
his
want to get a
research
little
the past
freaky
5
with
minutes.
it?
Freaky, nasty.
You want to get a little freaky with that Crown? You do Crown apple and lemonade.
Oh yeah.
You wouldn't expect the apple and the lemonade to work, but it fucking does. Let me tell you, bud.
I'm just
That's
talking
a good
about the
one.
cans. There's cans now.
Oh,
But yeah,
I didn't know there was
yeah.
cans.
Number 2, give me the triple berry frozen margarita from Pepe's.
I like the specifics.
Okay.
For my margarita from Salsa's in Dubuque.
And then number 1, give me Silver rum and Coke. Doesn't matter which one you got. They
Classic rum and Coke, baby.
Coconut and other shit, but
someone in our group cannot handle rum and Coke. So just not on this pod.
Oh, you're talking about
It's so funny.
Well, the problem with Hunter is he wouldn't do rum and Cokes. He'd just do a bottle of rum.
Jeez.
There'd be no Coke. He'd drink it straight, and then he'd try to fight people.
That dude is nuts.
All right, folks. We appreciate you for listening. As always. Okay. Shout out Underdog Fantasy Sports, promo code Frosty. We appreciate the crew over at Underdog. Love you. Happy to be partners with you. Promo code. I almost said promo code.
It's just can't speak.
Promo code Frosty for an up to $100 deposit match. Win some money like the boys. Get yourself a golf club. We already talked about this, but do it. Just do it. All right. Last words. Dylan.
No, Dylan. He's going to you first.
Dylan is good. Dylan is good. Nick, last words.
Baby.
Nick, last words. Final words.
Jimmy G buckets. The G stands for gets.
My last words are that guy picked the Nuggets.
In 5.
The Nuggets in 5. Put Jimmy G buckets up.
As a baller.
We'll see you next week, folks.
Yeah, we